Welcome back to Bravo Breaking News. I'm Kim, and this is my chief correspondent, Lisa.
Hi, everyone.
And if you are obsessed with all things Bravo, you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to be recapping the latest episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, aka the sit down we have literally all been waiting for.
Oh my God, finally. Are we finally here? We're here.
Finally. So the aftermath of Aspen, Dorit and Kyle kind of are reviewing what went down and how Kyle is feeling. Kyle is on set of Halloween Kills and the bangs are back.
Oh my God, I literally, when Dorit FaceTimed her, all I could think about was the bangs. But you know what? I think this time she was smart and is using a clip-in instead of committing and, fully going for the chop.
She doesn't even want to know what Kathy said.
I don't want to get to a place where I can't repair with her again. So it's maybe best I don't know.
They've been through so much. They've gone through these time periods where they don't speak for like 10 years. And she definitely doesn't want to go back to a time period like that. So it's almost like ignorance is bliss.
What's your take on this? Would you want to know?
Oh, I would definitely want to know. I mean, I don't think I would be able to go to sleep at night wondering.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, the ladies go to a Pretty Mess hair launch party. And let me just say that I was immediately triggered by this because there was some news going around on social media a few months ago that surfaced that basically it's a scam. Did you know about this?
No, tell me more.
If you go on Erika Jean's website, theprettymesshair.com, there are nothing but stock images of extensions. None of these are Erika's designs. They are all taken from, international websites. And basically, it's a drop ship company.
This is like what we would consider a pop-up shop, but we're completely and totally in business online.
She doesn't own any of the inventory. None of the hair are her original designs. She's basically pulling a she by Sheree and licensing, or however it works, getting these hair extensions from these overseas Chinese companies and marking it up literally 20 times.
I think a ponytail extension was like $500 on sale. And I was like, whoa, that's a lot. I'm curious to see if they're actually selling anything because you can get extensions for much cheaper.
A bright moment of the party actually was Sutton arriving.
Won't she rise above? You rose above my petty ass.
And her and Erika kind of getting back to their roots.
We've got some roots.
Kind of returning to where they were when Sutton first came on the show.
I really like you.
I like you too.
They have such an interesting dynamic because I think they're more similar than they care to admit. And I think that causes some tension.
You didn't come to my party, so
Right,
I'm not
so
going
it's
to
good.
yours.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's almost like they have this sisterly relationship where it's total love-hate. It's like they like each other, but they just can't, they push each other's buttons. So it seems like they're both kind of, just ready to throw in the towel. And they're like, I just don't want to fight anymore.
I'm glad you're here, and I really appreciate it.
I know Erika says, I'm tired.
I'm tired. I'm tired.
She's literally tired of the back and forth with Sutton, and so am I, honestly. So I'm so glad they were able to move on. Sutton, invites Erika over and has the iconic Popeyes with the Dom in the crystal and the silver,
Amazing.
Beyond.
Oh my God, you have iced tea and Popeyes on China.
And they basically talk about, these genuine feelings that Sutton has had for a while.
What's important is, as a group, as women, we have to support each other.
Mm-hmm. About Erika not showing empathy and being just a little bit more sympathetic about the situation. And I mean, Erika was just unlike I've never seen her act like this before.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I was really shocked about Erika's response because when Sutton was talking, you could tell she was being very careful with what she was saying.
What I would like maybe. Just if you could add in your voice a little compassion.
I think Erika took it pretty well. And I do think that if they come together, like they could be a dynamic duo.
We do have some fun together.
Want some more tea?
Oh, God, I hope
Ma'am?
not. Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
And you're welcome, ma'am.
I think so too.
We like each other in this very dysfunctional way.
So Sutton, is supporting Erika at the Pretty Mess Hair event, along with most of the other ladies. But Erika and Rinna, are still in this haze about, Aspen and what went down with Kathy. They can't seem to get over it. Erika's being interviewed by a reporter.
Everything's not hunky-dory.
Oh, okay. I see what she did there.
Implying that shit went down with Kathy to the reporter.
This is a juicy story. Everybody would love to have the story that Kathy Hilton had a meltdown in Aspen at a nightclub.
So then Rinna and Dorit have this little aside conversation, and we get some interesting new information here. We get a new text that's revealed.
Please do not say anything we discussed. Otherwise, it will make a huge scene that everyone gets dragged into. No bueno, but bueno is spelled wrong.
That preceded the silence is golden text.
Yeah, it's basically
And-
a longer version of the silence is golden text, which I feel like
Right.
the editors were leaving out before.
Yeah, it was a little tricky of them. But it kind of incriminates Kathy a little bit more. And, Dorit says that she had a conversation with Kathy. She feels horrible.
Kathy remembers everything, and she's not proud of her behavior at all.
And she, knows that she needs to apologize to everyone. So I thought this was really interesting because Kathy wasn't denying anything.
No, she's not denying anything. But what Dorit also said, which I truly believe in, is that this is between Kathy and Kyle, period.
This is far more about Kathy and Kyle than it is about anything else.
She tries to subtly, convince Rinna to stay out of it. But I think Rinna is not having it.
In the
Tried to
van,
silence me.
Oish.
No, never going to take that hint. And even if she notices that hint, she's not going to take it because she knows this is a good story.
Oh, yeah, no way. So pretty much Rinna also brings up that the interview with Prima Donald, which we covered a few weeks back.
I just read something that I was screaming and throwing things. That is not me.
Kathy was lying. She was saying she was in the house by herself, but obviously Rinna is saying she was there.
She goes on Instagram Live, Dorit, and lies.
I know.
They're
And I
lies.
said,
They're
and
not even
she
true.
fully
She was saying she doesn't scream and, pitch a fit, but yet we find out that she did. So basically she lied in the interview. And
Does she know that she lied?
She 1000% took ownership. Again,
Lie.
I'm saying this,
Like,
let me
lies.
just tell you.
Then we kind of find out a little bit more about what went down at the club. And it seemed like they were having trouble getting drinks.
We could not get a drink for so long. Diana went, she gave the guy $200 and said, can you please get us drinks?
Diana goes into her spiel about it's a game, you just have to pay them. And
If I know the game, Kathy should know the game.
it seemed like game was her word of the day.
It's a game.
I guess Kathy requested Billie Jean.
And the DJ refused? Yeah. Off with his head. How you not play Billie Jean? I would not play Billie Jean right now.
Billie Jean?
I love Billie Jean.
DJ did not want to play Billie Jean. And that kind of was the impetus of, what kind of started her fit.
I don't know why Kathy is so upset by them not playing it, but I also don't think it's totally out of line for her to request the song.
No, but I honestly don't think the DJ was like, oh, I'm not going to play it because I'm taking a stand against Michael Jackson. I think it was just that's not the vibe. That's not the vibe we're going for.
Okay.
Not going to do it. And I think that pissed her off,
Rinna also didn't know that Kathy was pissed at Kimosabi about the tequila. And to me, this moment revealed how bad of a liar Rinna really is, because she was like, oh,
So it started at the hat shop?
I don't know.
oh, she was pissed about the tequila.
Okay, so
No.
yeah, so
Oh, wow.
Like she had no idea, but yet
Right.
she knew exactly what she was doing.
And it makes me believe that my ordering the Kardashian-Jenner tequila is what set her off.
And she makes an even bigger deal out of Kendall Jenner's 818 tequila by saying that Kathy is so jealous of the Kardashians.
Because Kathy is so jealous of the Kardashians.
I mean,
yeah, that was a wild accusation. I'm like, Rinna.
I mean, Rinna's the one.
No, she's not.
No. Rinna's the one who totally lost her shit when Amelia started dating Scott, right? I mean, like she was the proudest mom in the world.
I was going to say lost her shit in a good way because she was like, yes.
Rinna, what was your first reaction when you found out that your daughter was dating Scott Disick?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, totally. It's like she's been working her whole life for this. So, I mean, this was her shining moment. For real, though. So, I don't know. I think that Rinna kind of keeps digging herself deeper and deeper. And at the end of the event is when she really just sets me off, when she says she's sending blessings and prayers to Kathy.
I have sent her blessings and prayers through my heart, even though this has been so difficult. As I've meditated.
You are so evolved.
I am.
Sutton's face when she said that was all of us.
Yeah. Does Lisa pray?
I don't know. Does Lisa pray?
Listen, maybe she does, but like, it was just such a condescending, thing to say.
It's hard, you guys.
Of course it is.
But I have really tried to send her blessing and prayers because I think she really needs it.
Come on, Rinna. It's just such bullshit.
She also accuses Kathy of saying that Crystal and Sutton are pieces of shit, should be fired. Why are they even here? And then calls Dorit
a stupid, useless idiot.
Right. I don't know. I mean, yeah, because Kathy and Crystal are friends. They're friends outside of the show. So I was a little shocked to hear that she brought Crystal into it by name. Maybe she doesn't think Crystal is a good housewife. I think that debate can be made, but as a person, I think Kathy and Crystal are actually friends, and I just don't think you would say that. But I mean, then again, I don't think you would say the stuff she said about her sister either. So
we see that go down when Kathy arrives at Kyle's house in the same piece t-shirt.
It's the same shirt.
She came in peace, literally. Pulled some flowers out of the planter. It's so funny.
Howdy, ma'am.
Howdy, ma'am. Come in.
These flowers are for you.
Thank you.
Just came in from the Ponderosa.
In these non-cowboy boots.
Do you like my cowboy boots?
Well, those aren't cowboy boots. Those are just boots.
Even when I'm mad at Kathy, I'm like, God, you still make me laugh.
Oh, I know. And honestly, she is going above and beyond to try to be so nice to Kyle because she knows that what she said really hurt, even though we don't know exactly what was said other than she wants to take Kyle down. But she's literally giving Kyle the bracelets off of her arms.
Take them because I have more.
No, I don't want to take them from you.
I have
okay, fine.
a bunch.
I'll
Take them all because they're really cute.
Saying that they made her hot or something.
The bracelets are making you hot.
Yeah.
It was a little uncomfortable to watch because it's not like their natural dynamic. Kathy doesn't suck up to anyone. And so it was just so obvious that she knew she was in trouble and was kind of trying to go out of her way to be good and be nice and be, thoughtful.
I do feel like she was kind of, she had her tail between her legs. She came, feeling bad and ready to apologize.
I'm here to apologize to you.
I thought that the conversation between her and Kyle was very sincere. You know, they brought up some issues that they've had in the past, some issues that they have with each other currently about, you know, not really being able to stay in contact and stuff. What did you think?
I mean, okay, so I thought Kathy was doing great. She was taking accountability. She was like,
Why did you say that? Stop.
Overtired, angry, stupid. Glass of wine, 2 glasses of wine, altitude. I'm so sorry.
And then she kind of said, well, you know, Kyle, you're not always there for me. And, you know, we don't get to do things like this. And I can never reach you. And it's like, don't put it back on Kyle. Like, I just thought, I was like, don't. Like, this is not the right time.
I hear you, but you know, if they've had like these issues their entire lives back and forth going years without speaking.
How is your relationship with Kathy right now?
Not great.
Are you speaking?
Not right now.
Wow.
It's not only one person's fault. Like there's gotta be, you know, two can play that game. I mean,
yeah, but in this moment, like Kathy fucked up. And so I just think it's like, you gotta take accountability for that, apologize for that, sit in that for a little while. It's going to take Kyle a little time to get over that, as it would anyone. And then, you know, maybe a month or 2 down the road, be like, hey, like, I really would love if you would not ignore my phone calls.
I get it. And it almost seems like Kyle is ready to move forward to that place. You know, I think her and Kathy talk it through. They kind of, you know, get to this point of reconciliation.
Come here. I am so proud of you.
And then in walks Rinna.
Hi.
Hi.
Dun, dun, dun.
Why is she even here? I thought she had PTSD and couldn't be around Kathy, yet she just strolls right in like she's meant to be there.
Yeah. And she, you know, she was ready. She was ready to hold Kathy over the fire.
You're going to have to take responsibility for some of the things that you've said.
And I think for the most part, Kathy did pretty well.
Look, I didn't handle myself well. I'm not proud of it, okay?
Yes.
And I said things I don't mean. That's all I can say.
You know, she was taking a lot from Rinna.
I don't want to say that you need help, Kathy, but I think you need some help.
Rinna just kept pushing.
You were having a psychotic break.
And kept pushing.
You are angry. And at this beautiful sister of yours.
I'm sorry, but when you get to the point where you say, like, you have to think about why you are so evil and why you have a black heart.
You've got to figure out why you have a black heart. What is it?
No one's going to sit there and listen to that.
I'm not going to have any more discussion with you.
I had a feeling this might go this way.
Kathy was extremely genuine in her apology. She's tearing up. She's, you know, she has some excuses, but housewives have meltdowns. Like I said before, we've seen it with, you know, Teresa.
19 times?
We've seen it on Atlanta with the wig shifts.
No class! Wait a minute.
Oh, now I ain't got no class.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Get your hands off of me, bitch.
Like these out of
Dorinda,
control.
please.
I know.
How about if your son died?
These out of control moments.
Everybody will know. You understand that? Everybody will go after my husband.
And Kathy, like Erika said last week.
All Kathy has to do is admit it and apologize and move on.
And that is what Kathy is doing right now. And Rinna will not let her move on.
Lisa, I apologize to you. I appreciate our conversation.
Yeah, but I just want to know where that hatred comes from.
Yeah. Yeah, Rinna's going to milk this for what it's, you know, for as long as she can.
Something needs to happen. You can't just have this moment and then be like, okay, fine, everything's good.
But I also do think that we learned some interesting things about Kathy. I feel like she is not, I mean, she said this herself that she was feeling insecure. And I'd never thought of Kathy as an insecure person. You know, she has everything. She seemingly has the perfect life. But when you get down to it, I think all these little jabs that were coming at her in Aspen about the slippers, about her bag, about her, you know, ignoring her tequila, I think they were all adding up. And it's like, maybe she's not as secure in herself as we all think. And she just, it drove her to a place where she just snapped.
I agree with you. I think that it was definitely like compounding over the few days in Aspen, as she tells us.
I think it was just a lot of heavy stuff in 3 days, jam-packed. A lot to process.
But also, like, that happened. Like, she had a bad night. She freaked out. She said some things that she does not mean, which she says and apologizes for. And Rinna is basically like, you're not going to get away with this.
You're not going to get away with it with me. You're not going to get away with it.
Get away with what? Like, she's admitting it and apologizing. Like, what more do you want? She's going to string this along. Like, good thing we only have one episode left, because if I had Rinna stringing this along for 5 or 6 more episodes, like, I would lose it.
Yeah. I mean, does she mean like she wants Kathy to admit what she said to everyone and not just Kyle? Yeah, like, get away with what? It's like, she's already admitting it.
She's gonna, if she admitted it to Kyle, she's gonna admit it to the other ladies. Obviously, they're gonna find out. So I don't really see like what she's trying to get away with. It seems like she's trying to get in front of it already and, you know, kind of, you know, really solve it before it becomes a big issue.
Yeah. So I think finally Kathy reached her Rinna breaking point and was like, okay, I'm done with this conversation. And, you know, she gets up to leave and Kyle walks her out the door. And then Kathy does this like awkward lingering moment.
Oh my God, those are gorgeous. Look how pretty.
Where she's looking at something in the front. We can't really see what it is. And Kyle's just like, is she going to leave? Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I should. And then she just like slowly closes the door and is like,
Kyle, we feel you. This episode,
we feel you.
This season has been rough. This episode was a wild ride, but you know, I'm glad we are where we are, and I support Kathy.
All right, so then we get a little preview for the next episode, which happens to be the finale, and they are kind of on this like detective hunt for, you know, they think that someone is leaking information within the group. Who do you think it is that's been leaking information to the press?
I'm going to put my bets on Rinna and Erika, because we saw Erika talking to a reporter at the event, already giving them some dirt.
I do not know how they got this level of detail.
Well, thank you so much. It was really a pleasure.
Thank you. You as well.
And we all know Rinna and Radar Online are like BFFs. So let's just call it as it is.
So I was going to say definitely Rinna. I didn't think about Erika, but now that you mentioned that interview, maybe you're right.
I mean, she is the one that's in the press, you know, right now. And any way that she can divert attention away from herself, I think she'll do it. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, make sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up so you can be notified for future episodes.
Stay tuned, everyone. Bye.